Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis, live here in the KHOU newsroom. Welcome to a Friday afternoon. Just about 2:45 is our time. It's time for your digital update here. Some of the stories that you're clicking on our digital platforms today. We appreciate you watching. The big one, the burger wars. They have begun here in the Houston area because today, In-N-Out opened 2 locations this morning. You can see the lines there. People were ready to go. One in Stafford. It's on South Kirkwood at 69. The other is in Katy on Katy-Fort Bend Road. That's right along I-10, right down the street from the 2 football stadiums there in Katy, if you're familiar with that. We were out there at lunchtime in the Katy location, 45-minute wait, and you can see the workers there busy. A lot of people ordering off the menu and on the menu and off the menu, I should say. I recognize some KHOU people there in line. I believe that's Brandy Smith, I think. She was eating out there along with the morning team. So, my recommendation for you, if you're going out, double with cheese, grilled onions, well done fries. Oh, we know that group right there. Look at that. Not even paying attention to the camera. They're too busy eating. Double with cheese, well done fries, and a vanilla shake. You don't have to rush out there. They're open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. 1:30 in the morning they close on Friday and Saturday night, so you have time. Here's my thing. You can bring us back up here on camera, Dexter. I have a serious question here about the burger wars. Why do we have to choose? I mean, come on. A lot of people are pitting In-N-Out against Whataburger. My thing is this, right? I grew up eating In-N-Out. I've been eating Whataburger for 30 years when I first lived in Texas in the mid-'80s, right? I like them both. There's plenty of room in my fast food life for 2 burger joints and a chicken place too. You know, I can do all 3. We don't need to fight about this. They're all good. That's all I'm saying. The other big story today we've been clicking on and talking about is this new Gab phone. If you've heard about that, this is a great peace of mind for parents who are trying to keep their kids safe, but also you want to keep the kids happy, right? They want a phone. What do? This looks like a smartphone, but it's not. Okay, there's no internet. All it does is phone calls and texts. It does take pictures, but your child can't send that picture anywhere and can't receive any pictures, and there's no group texting, which a lot of parents I know are concerned about as well, because that's where some problems start. So your child doesn't have to be embarrassed because they're looking, holding something that looks just like a smartphone. But it's really no more than what a flip phone would be. I love this too. This came from a dad. He came up with the idea and then he crowdsourced it and got the money to actually make them, and now here they are. The Gab phone, you see it there for $100. $20 a month is the monthly service fee on it, no contract. And here's even the best part. They're going to give these Gab phones away on Black Friday, so you can get it for $0, free on Black Friday. So next week on that. Tiffany Craig is looking into this on the 411 coming up today in about an hour and a half on our 4 o'clock news. And so we're going to talk a lot more about this. She's going to show you how it works and give you a better view of what it looks like and all that stuff. And I just love this idea. It's working well for the dad that put it together, and a lot of parents are loving that for their kids' first cell phone. So we'll talk about that on the 411. Right now we're going to talk about the weather and what's going on out there, and maybe some cooler temps for tonight, Blake, but then we're in for a gorgeous weekend. It sounds like the rain's moving out.
Hey, good afternoon, Russ. It is actually not a bad day out there. We are looking at overcast skies. In fact, taking a live look out over Kemah Boardwalk. Not too bad out there, but there is a little bit of rain falling in some parts of our viewing area. We're also seeing a big temperature difference depending on where you are in the viewing area. It's in the lower 50s out there towards Aggieland, 56 degrees there in Brenham. Compare that to 70s out ahead of the front, 73 degrees in Galveston right now, 70 at Bush and 70 at Hobby. But we're holding on to mid-60s there in Sugarland, 65 degrees up there in Conroe. These temperatures are 9 to as much as 22 degrees cooler than just 24 hours ago. And we're going to see these temperatures drop off heading into the overnight hours tonight. We're talking about lower to mid-40s across a large chunk of southeast Texas. All brought to you by northwesterly winds, 10, 12, 13 miles an hour, bringing in that refrigerated air. Taking a look at the radar, we are seeing some heavy showers out here off the coastal waters from Chambers County getting into Jefferson County. So those of you heading out towards Sabine Pass, Port Arthur, Beaumont, Heads up, you've got some rain down there, as well as a few light showers down towards Galveston Island. In fact, zooming right on down into that region, Galveston, you're picking up a few sprinkles right now. That's pushing through Crystal Beach and the Bolivar Peninsula, through High Island, and again getting out towards the Louisiana-Texas state line. We're also noticing some heavy showers and even a few thunderstorms up here just to the north of Beedies, getting into northern Grimes County and getting into Madison County as well. So those of you up along the North Freeway, north of Huntsville, headed towards Madisonville, you're going to be seeing some heavy downpours here in about the next 15 to 20 minutes. Down across the Victoria area, down into Victoria County, you are seeing a few scattered sprinkles beginning to pop up here. These may work their way into the viewing area as we head into the afternoon hours, but all in all, not expecting too much out of these. Now, it should begin to clear on out as we head into the overnight hours tonight, making way for a beautiful weekend all across southeast Texas. There's your front right there, continuing to push on through the region. It's 50 right now in Dallas, 45 in Abilene, 39 in Amarillo. So while it is a potent front, it is certainly not of Arctic origins what we had a week and a half ago when we had temperatures stuck in the low to mid 40s all day long. It's not that kind of front, but it is going to clear us out and make for a very pretty weekend, it looks like. So take a look at the future track. You'll notice that that front pushes offshore. We may have a smattering of showers hanging around as we head into the late evening hours, but all in all, wouldn't anticipate too much out of this, shaping up to be a fairly decent night here across the region. All of that pushes offshore as we get into 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. The model trying to paint a little bit of shower activity from Angleton to Bay City down towards Galveston. I really think that's being overdone. I really think tomorrow morning, all the way through tomorrow and into Sunday, is going to be very, very pretty indeed. A beautiful weekend ahead. Temperatures will continue to drop off throughout the evening hours. We're talking about 50s, eventually cooling down into the 40s. So as you get ready to make those evening plans, you leave work, you get ready to leave the house tonight, say 7, 8 o'clock, take a light sweater with you as temperatures continue to drop through the 50s and eventually into the 40s. Now, as we take a look towards next week, once we get through this coming weekend, we're talking about things getting a little dicey as far as how the forecast plays out. A lot of uncertainty in the extended here, but right now we're talking about temperatures getting back up to near 80 degrees on Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be one of those split days where the northern half of the viewing area could actually see temperatures in the 50s and 60s all day, while the southern half of the viewing area sees temperatures in the 70s and even some upper 70s out there. Now, as we get into Thanksgiving, right now we have a high temperature right around 77 degrees. That remains touch and go. There are some indications that it could be significantly cooler than that, and some models warmer than that. So there's a big split in the guidance here as to what Thanksgiving is going to look like. Right now, it does not look like it's going to be all that stellar. We're talking about rain chances, mostly cloudy skies, if not overcast at times. And then as we get into Friday, a 20% chance of a few passing showers with a high temperature still remaining in the upper 70s. So if you were looking for some cold weather to ring in the holidays, and of course Friday being Black Friday, the unofficial start, or I guess the official start of the Christmas season, is going to be a little on the toasty side. So you may be doing some shopping in shorts and t-shirts. We're going to detail all of this and a whole lot more. We're going to take a look at the nationwide weather and what you can expect next week, all coming up today beginning on the 411.